apparent and clear. But as far as I think, for a better understanding of all the shades of shirk and kinds of shirk, the better classification would be, there are three types of shirk. We shall discuss according to this classification. The shirk fi zat, associating someone in the person of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Personal association. In his own person, in his zat. Making someone equal to him as a person. This is the biggest shirk, the ugliest shirk, the most naked shirk. Then number two, shirk fi sifat, ascribing the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to someone else in quality or quantity. The attributes which are exclusive to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you are ascribing that attribute to someone else or something else. Or if the attribute is common between Allah and the creations, the creatures, but when you use that adjective or attribute for Allah, it means something else. And when you are using the same word for men or other, creatures, it means something else. If you confuse, if you make both things equal, this is a shirk fi sifat, making shirk in the attributes of Allah. Then lastly, there is the shirk to associate someone in the status of Allah, in the authority of Allah, in the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in his position, to make somebody equal to him in rights, in authority. That is shirk fil huquq, the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which are exclusive to him. And you have made someone partner unto him in those rights, in any one of those rights. It becomes shirk. So a shirk fi zat, associating someone in the person of Allah. Shirk fi sifat, ascribing the attributes of Allah to someone else or to something else, whether quantitatively or qualitatively. And the third, a shirk fil huquq, making partner of Allah in his authority, in his rights. Now, with these preliminary points, let us now come to the first, and that is a shirk fi zat. As I said, this is the most heinous, most naked, ugliest shirk. And that is why we find in the Quran the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the ghadab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appears in the most severe form regarding this shirk fi zat. Because if you make someone partner to Allah in his person, he becomes absolutely equal. Now, what are the two forms which this shirk fi zat has taken throughout history? There are two forms. One, and the more ugly, and the more naked, and the more heinous form of this shirk fi zat is the irony of fate, that it appeared in the ummahs of the prophets and messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People who believed in the prophets, people to whom messengers of Allah came, who claim that we believe in these prophets and messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who should have been absolutely free from shirk. Is the irony of fate that the most heinous form of shirk was committed by them. What is that? To say Allah has adopted a son there has been any son to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or daughter of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A son or a daughter of anybody, any person, is absolutely equal to him. The progeny of a horse is a horse. The progeny of man is a man. It becomes absolutely equal. It is kufr, absolutely equal. You know, the status is the same. This is the worst form of shirk. And you know, I need not tell you, you know, the worst form appeared in whom? People who claim that they believe in Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu wassalam. And they believe Jesus is the Son of Allah, Son of God. And in the same way, although not as a whole, but at certain time and certain sects of the Jews also believed Hazrat Uzair alayhi salatu wassalam to be Son of Allah. قالت اليهود عزير ابن الله وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله. And thirdly, you know, the pagan Arabs, especially the Quraysh of Makkah, they claimed they were the progeny of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. And they were the progeny of Ismail alayhi salatu wassalam. And they claimed that they were following Ibrahim. But they had the aqidah, the false aqidah, that angels are daughters of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.